But anyway, let's get right into it, man, on this article right here. This is one right here that they talk about three players the Saints could target in day 3 and possibly day 4 now, because day 3 is pretty much in the mud. A lot of moves was being made by other teams today that we ultimately did see. A lot of the other teams was doing what they were doing. So all I can say is when we start looking at improving, the rest of the way, it depends on what the game plan is. Cheaper free agencies for the depth purposes, because obviously Luke Fortner leaves to Carolina, and that's huge in its own right, because they gave him a 1 year $4.75 million, but he's a starter out there. $5 million for a starting center. Even if the Saints wanted to match, he would be only a backup. Carolina's giving him an opportunity to start out there. But anyway, let's look at some of the moves that the reporters think will happen, right? Here are some options for the Saints to consider. Deebo Samuels. Most recent team, the Washington Commanders. Saints wide receiver room, one piece away. Samuel's still out there looking for a new home, racked up over 700 yards, 5 touchdowns, 16 games, 2025. If the Saints want to add another receiver through free agency rather than the draft, Deebo would be a good piece to pair with Chris Olave and Devon Bailey. Deebo Samuel, anybody? That might cost a little bit. We'll see. Travion Diggs, right? This is another name. These are these guys want to make some money, man. So the Saints lost Alante, they could use a cornerback. Diggs isn't a perfect fit, but he's just 27. There's no denying the fact that he has talent. This is a guy who had 11 interceptions in one season way back in 2021. That's not going to happen often, but there is talent there, and he's young, 27 years of age. Trayvon Diggs, anybody? I ain't gonna front. Deebo Samuel and Trayvon Diggs on your team. That's eye opening. That lets people know, hey man, we serious. We serious about this. We really serious about making this happen. But like I said, it'll be interesting to see where the Saints. I don't know if they want to spend that kind of money. Like I said, the cap money, they're just over $16 million right now, 16.1 plus, and cap money. And they could restructure as needed, but is it a philosophy? Now, Mickey did say this, that they wanted to get back to he didn't say responsible book management, accounting management, but he wanted to get back to, balanced books where they don't have to gamble as much. You get what I'm saying? Meaning kicking the can. They finally see some daylight here. They finally about to get their head above water. So there's no need to be as aggressive as that. That, of course, is why you accrue all of these picks. You have 8 draft picks, right? You can pick the guys. You could take a couple of them and package them for a veteran if you want to. You have options with these picks, in other words. So it is interesting. And then, of course, this one right here, the man talks about with Cam Jordan, most recent team, New Orleans Saints. This one is pretty obvious. The Saints lost one veteran leader in DeMario, and another one is out there for the taking after 10.5 sacks this past season. Saints and Davis go way back. While he's a free agent still, the Saints should be trying to find a way to bring him back. He can still help the defense and as an important leader to have. Well, in this season, we realized that having a leader, a bona fide guy that leads this sort of thing at an advanced stage, not saying the man is ancient, but in NFL age, it is old, 37, 36. But if you can still perform, like we seen 143 tackles last year from Demario Davis, got him a $22 million deal with the Jets. Cam Jordan still showing that he can have it. 10.5 sacks led the Saints, showing, hey, man, I can still go. If a team offered Cam Jordan 2 more years to play, like a Demario Davis contract, not saying he gets that much, but if they offer him that, I believe he does play. I've heard Cam in interviews say that he could still play. Like next year, he still has the fire to play. And some of these guys, that's how they are. So I could see Cam taking a 2-year deal to go somewhere, and there's money still out there. Now, we've seen what happened with Max Crosby. Shout out to Trey Hendrickson. Trey Hendrickson got a big fat contract from the Baltimore Ravens that made him really happy. We'll see what happened with Crosby, why he failed that physical. Because there's a lot of rumors out there and speculation on why Crosby failed that physical. But he's out there. The Raiders got a mess on their hands, man. They got a mess on their hands. So we're going to figure how that works out, man. But nonetheless, Cam is an option, man. He's an option for a team that might be looking for something.
Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who?
Hey, New Orleans! Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the Riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with thewhodatdaily.com. Your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit thewhodatdaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat Nation.
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city's spirit. Check for links in the description section below or in the chat.